Have you ever noticed how some people seem to rise to expectations and others sink beneath them?
You mean like when a teacher believes a student is talented and somehow that student starts performing better?
Exactly. That's the Pygmalion Effect, a psychological phenomenon where belief becomes reality.
So just believing in someone can make them better?
Pretty much. The idea comes from a famous 1960s study by Robert Rosenthal and Lenore Jacobson. They told teachers that certain random students were intellectual bloomers. A few months later, those same students actually scored higher, simply because the teachers expected them to.
Wait, the students weren't actually smarter?
Nope. The difference was the teacher's expectations. Their belief subtly changed their behavior. More encouragement, more patience, more opportunities, and the students unconsciously rose to meet it.
That's wild. So someone else's perception literally rewires our potential.
Exactly. Expectations act like mirrors. When someone reflects belief in us, we start to see ourselves through that reflection.
So the Pygmalion Effect is like a self-fulfilling prophecy powered by faith.
That's one way to put it. The name actually comes from Greek mythology. Pygmalion was a sculptor who carved a statue so beautiful he fell in love with it. And through his devotion, the statue came to life.
So the myth became the metaphor. What we believe in, we bring to life.
Exactly. And in psychology, that belief translates into expectation. When we expect success, we unconsciously shape conditions that make success possible.
And when we expect failure,
we create that too. That's the darker twin of the Pygmalion Effect, the Golem Effect, where low expectations drag performance down.
So in a way, we're constantly sculpting each other with invisible tools: belief, doubt, tone, attention.
Beautifully said. Every interaction carries an unspoken message. I see potential in you. Or, I don't. The brain picks up on it even if words don't.
That's powerful and terrifying. Makes me think about how teachers, bosses, even parents shape identities without realizing it.
Exactly. When a parent believes their child is capable, they give them more freedom, more trust, and that belief builds confidence. The child internalizes it. The reverse? Doubt becomes destiny.
So our sense of self might just be a collage of everyone's expectations layered over time.
Yes. Each person who believed in us, or didn't, helped sculpt the version of us standing here.
That's both beautiful and haunting. Makes me wonder whose expectations I'm still carrying.
Probably more than you think. The Pygmalion Effect doesn't stop at childhood. It follows us into relationships, workplaces, even friendships.
How so?
When your manager genuinely believes you're capable, you feel trusted, you take ownership, think creatively, push further. But if you sense doubt, you shrink. Same skills, different outcome, because belief changed the atmosphere.
So leadership isn't just about direction, it's about invisible permission.
Exactly. Expectation is emotional oxygen. When people breathe it in, they grow. Without it, they suffocate.
That's poetic. But is it always good? What if the expectations are too high, like impossible standards?
Good question. That's when belief turns to pressure. The Pygmalion Effect only works when expectations are high and humane. Too much, and it creates anxiety instead of growth.
So it's about balance, challenging someone, but with kindness.
Exactly. The message should be, I believe you can rise to this. Not, you'll disappoint me if you don't.
That's subtle but huge. One inspires, the other paralyzes.
Right. People bloom under warmth, not fear. And the best part? The effect works both ways.
Both ways?
Yes. Just as we become what others expect of us, others become what we expect of them. Belief is reciprocal energy.
That's almost spiritual.
It kind of is. Neuroscience just gives it new language. When you believe in someone, your tone changes, your micro-expressions shift, your empathy increases. They pick up on those cues subconsciously.
So belief literally alters communication patterns.
Yes, and through that, it alters biology. Positive expectation releases dopamine and oxytocin, the brain's trust and motivation chemicals. Doubt releases cortisol, the stress hormone.
That's insane. So expectation can change someone's brain chemistry without a single word.
Exactly. Belief becomes biology.
So imagine what decades of doubt versus encouragement can do to a person.
You don't have to imagine. Studies show children labeled as less capable early on often carry that label into adulthood, underperforming not because of lack of ability, but because of internalized expectation.
That's heartbreaking. And it explains why compliments from people we admire hit so deep. They rewrite those scripts.
Exactly. Encouragement isn't just kind, it's corrective. Every genuine belief you show someone is a small act of reprogramming.
So if expectation shapes us, then self-expectation must be even stronger.
You're absolutely right. That's the self-Pygmalion effect, when your own belief sets your trajectory. The brain doesn't distinguish between external and internal expectation.
So if I expect myself to succeed, I unconsciously behave in ways that make it happen.
Exactly. You align effort with outcome. It's not magical, it's behavioral momentum. Confidence amplifies action.
And doubt slows it down.
Like trying to run with weights tied to your ankles.
That's powerful. Makes me realize most of us don't fail because of lack of ability, but lack of belief.
Spot on. And the tragedy is, we often borrow our disbelief from others.
That's the saddest sentence I've ever heard.
But it also means we can return it. The Pygmalion effect isn't a fixed fate, it's a tool. You can choose whose expectations to keep.
So we can rewrite the sculpture.
Belief is clay. It softens when warmed by awareness.
That's such a beautiful metaphor.
It's fitting, too. Remember, in the myth, Pygmalion's statue came to life through love, not logic. Belief was the bridge between idea and reality.
So maybe we're all sculptors, and sculptures at once.
True. Every time you believe in someone, you breathe life into possibility. Every time you believe in yourself, you set your future in motion.
That gives faith a completely new meaning.
Faith isn't just spiritual, it's neurological. The mind obeys what it believes.
So the real power of the Pygmalion effect is that it makes belief measurable.
Beautifully said. It takes something invisible and turns it into transformation.
So how do we use this consciously?
Start small. When you talk to someone, friend, colleague, child, speak as if they're already capable. Replace "be careful" with "you've got this." Replace "try not to fail" with "I know you can."
Tiny linguistic shifts that plant belief.
Exactly. And for yourself, start expecting excellence, not perfection. Expect growth, not instant success.
Expectation as encouragement, not pressure.
Right. Because belief isn't about pretending. It's about inviting.
Inviting who we could become to step forward.
Exactly. The Pygmalion effect is just that. Invitation through belief.
So if I believe in someone today, even a little, I might change their future.
You might. And if you believe in yourself, you'll definitely change yours.
That's a beautiful thought to end on.
Almost.
Almost?
We still owe them closure.
Right.
The Pygmalion effect reminds us that the mind is a mirror. It reflects what it's shown. Show someone belief, and they'll reflect possibility. Show yourself the same, and you'll reflect potential.
So belief isn't just contagious, it's creative.
Exactly. We build people the same way Pygmalion built his statue, with attention, patience, and faith that one day the stone will move.
That's beautiful.
Because it's true. We all come alive in the eyes of someone who believes.
And if we can be that mirror for others and ourselves, maybe that's where real change begins.
Exactly. If you enjoyed this exploration, subscribe to The Curiosity Vault, where we uncover the hidden forces shaping your thoughts and behavior. Until next time, stay curious.